Hey guys, Ricky Hayes here from Debutify. Now today we're going to go into an untapped method of how to find influencers that can help you with your e-commerce brand and dropshipping brand in 2024. Influencer marketing is nothing new. However, I see most people focus on Instagram and TikTok. This one, we're going to focus more on YouTube. Now, I've made this document. The document's down below. You can just get it. So you just copy that and use it for your personal requirements. A few things I wanted to get into. Firstly is influencer marketing is the best form of marketing, right? We're seeing that organic dropshipping is working quite well. We're seeing that paid ads on TikTok are also working quite well. However, influencer marketing, in my eyes, in my experience, has always been the best. The reason simply is because especially on YouTube, you get the added benefit of it's always up. When it's on TikTok and stuff, you have to go viral, okay? And that works really, really well. But then your sales will dwindle over the long term. Whereas I find through influencer marketing, especially on YouTube influencer marketing, the links are always there, right? So YouTube influencer marketing takes a lot more work up front, but that's the whole point. Less people will do it. I personally think it is the best form of marketing. Okay, I see so many companies pretty much focus on influencer marketing through YouTube, right, as opposed to Instagram and TikTok, because it's collectively a less saturated market and you get long-term sales, right? So you can give the person you're partnering with an affiliate link as well, and they'll keep promoting you and you build contracts and stuff. I'm going to get into this, but let's go into the sort of research method about how we find them. Now, I've put some other stuff. You can just read this as well if you want understanding of how to use tools like Make and Apollo for email outreach, because that's the part with influencer marketing that takes time. Then you can do that. I also recommend reaching out to them via their socials. I use personally like a whole sort of my own CRM, a Google Sheet, where I have the influencers channel, and I also then find their socials, because a lot of the time they won't have their email, they'll miss their email, and you can message them on social media, and then they'll actually respond via social media, and you can negotiate from there and get the email and stuff. Vice versa. It works really well, but by covering all bases, if you want a video on that, I can definitely work on that and build a template and just give it all to you, okay? Because it's really quite simple. It's just a number of columns and you just add it, and you just make, what I do is I just make templates, okay, for the outreach, and they work extremely well. And the part is that it will take a bit of time to get some responses, but once you get the responses and you stay on top of it, it's really easy. Now, the other tip that I didn't actually include in here, so we're going to go and use sort of the gyro bowl as the example. The reason I'm just using that, a simple one that funnily enough was actually my first winning product many years back now. A very heavily saturated item, but a great item, and it solves a problem, okay? It helps reduce babies and toddlers spilling their food, right? I know as a parent myself, that's so very important because, you know, they might have cereal, oats, whatever, and, you know, they throw food. That's what they do, right? Something like this helps them move around with various food and just helps reduce spillage. And we're just using this as an example. Okay, so how do we know who we're targeting for that? Well, it's really simple. We're targeting parents, aren't we? Parents, grandparents, most of the time. Obviously friends and family and stuff as well, but we're going to try and keep it very specific, okay? Because with influencer marketing, that you want to sort of narrow it down to get the right, because obviously you wouldn't target this to people that are in the gaming niche, would you? It makes no sense. So that's why we're focusing on that. So we're going to focus on parenting channels. Okay, really, really simple stuff. I'm just going to type in a number of words. Now, you can use the Google Keyword Planner as well to find the search volume as well. At times, I recommend doing that depending on the niche, because you want to find a broad word that has a lot of search volume. So when you find them on YouTube, then you sort of do that. And I'm going to go through this as well in terms of this is really, really simple approach. I find YouTube is actually really simple to find influencers. I also recommend that you have a separate YouTube channel or account just for this, right? What I do is I make a separate YouTube channel that's just for feeding that channel. And what I mean by that is you subscribe to their channels, you like a number of videos, or at least one video. And you know how like we're all, you know, like on YouTube, you're probably watching this from a recommendation, okay, from the algorithm. if you build a specific channel around it, it'll just keep feeding you more channels like it. So it saves you a lot of time long term as well. So you can find influencers really easy. So this is more just a lot of heavy work in the beginning, but long term, it's really, really simple. Like I find influencers like in 5 seconds once I get the ball rolling. Okay. So, a few little tips: make a contract. You can look at contracts online. There's plenty of free ones. I use a tool called PandaDoc. It costs me $30 a month. Okay, because you do want to make those influencers accountable. If you want me to go more into that, let me know. I'll make another video. I'm very big on making influencers accountable because they're very busy people and they forget a lot of things, and having that is really important. I set it up above as well. At least have $1,000. Now I know that doesn't work for everyone, but influencer marketing usually does cost. You can I also recommend getting like a referral tool. There's plenty of referral tools you can find on the Shopify app store. One of them that I've used is Loyalty Lion as an example. I use, like for Debutify, for example, we use First Promoter, right? Where we give that. So same type of thing. It's just an affiliate link and you can use those. Offer long-term relationships, okay? So offer at least a 6 to 12 month. Everyone wants that because they want stability. They're an influencer too. They don't want to have to go through 1,000 different sponsors. They want to have someone they can trust and rely on, get that monthly retainer and commission. Okay, and make sure you're very on top of that. You don't want to break those relationships. This is relationship building. I also recommend in the contract that you have that it's like a 6 or 12 month. And I know for a lot of people that's a commitment, and especially financially, but also just have a clause in there that pretty much like what I do is, pay month to month, up to 12 months, but we can cancel anytime. So that way it's a 12 month, but you also have an out. So if something changes, you're okay. Okay, so it's always just about that. I'm very big on those types of things. Check their latest 5 to 6 videos. If they've been posting frequently, have they not posted? Like you'll see channels that haven't posted in like a year. Okay, with those, you want to make sure you're going with a skeptical eye. If someone hasn't posted for a year and they might have trended a lot, okay, that trend will have died out and their views will have dropped a lot. And so, but a lot of them get a bit of an ego. Okay, that's just sort of what happens because they see the value, especially if they had a couple of trending videos from many years back. They've got a huge subscriber base, a lot of views for subsequent videos, but then that tapers off. So you want to see that and find the patterns and be firm with that. Okay, check their watch like ratio. One of the simple things I do is check their watch. So, if they have 1,000 views, you look for 100 likes is what a really good influencer is, 10%. You'll find really good influencers sit at around 10%. The more views it gets, the less ratio. But, when we're looking at influencers, you get 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 views because we're looking at micro influencers as well because they're much cheaper and a lot more flexible, especially starting out, is that you want to look for those. Okay, now you can be flexible. If you see one where it has 1,000 views and 1 like, that's a really bad example. Okay, that's a bad influence because that usually means it's like bot traffic, crap traffic. They're not engaged. Okay, and you'll see that because there'll be next to no comments as well. So you check their comments, not just like 1 or 2, shows good quality, and see if the influencer is actually responding. A lot of really good influencers respond because they know the value of their channel, and it's usually their livelihood or a big part of their livelihood. I use Check vidIQ as well. I just use the Chrome extension. I just use it for free just to see views per hour. Okay, so that's sort of how I do it. Now let's go into it. I'm just in a channel that I've watched a number of videos, and you can sort of see it here. So let's put in parenting. Okay, so you can see here that we're going to have a bit of a look. Now this part is always just a part where it just takes a little bit of time. Okay, so you can see that how to raise, but this is a huge channel. There's no way. Okay, so you can see this is a big industry. We're looking for smaller influencers. Okay, so I would look at these. You might think might not be the best, but look at this. This is perfect. She's got a baby. As she grows up, she'll want probably like a gyro ball. Okay, she's making a funny point of view video, and so what I do is I subscribe. I always subscribe, so I start building my channel. Now we see if she has videos. Okay, she does. You can see she posts regularly. Okay, so this lady's trying to grow. She's posting sort of more vlog style videos and then shorts. I find, as a little tip, shorts don't work as well as long form standard videos. And if you get it integrated, and that's one of the keys. Okay. We all look when we go on Google, right? The recommendations, what would be a good blah, blah, blah. And you find those articles that have recommendations. Same type of thing here. You don't want it to be a direct sponsorship a lot of the time. You want it to be a natural. Okay. So, if you have something like this, best baby monitors, people take that very serious. Okay. Because it's just fantastic. So if I was selling the gyro ball, I would start making a script, an outline of what's working quite well. And what works quite well is based on views, realistic parenting. So this one looks to be quite good to me. Okay, so this is where it just takes a bit of research. Pardon me, I don't know why it's just sitting there buffering. And what I do is I look at, are they doing any other sponsorships? And you can see here about 1,100 views with 9 likes. Okay, so we'll be looking at 110. So she's not, and that's where you usually see not many comments either. So she's not really a good influencer that I'd be very interested in. Okay, so we're going to go back and we're going to look at parenting again. And so this is where, again, it does take a period of time to sort of get it correct. This channel is way too big. So you don't want to look at huge channels because they'll be way over budget. You want to look for the micro influencers. You can see this industry is huge, okay? We're looking at tens of millions because obviously parenting, it's a huge one, right? So this is where it's going to take a period of time. So at times like this, you actually want to maybe narrow down some of the keywords, okay? So you can see how then YouTube is then trying to help us with some recommendations. So it might take you a while, okay? This might take you a while to find some good ones. Preferably as well, I didn't mention that in the doc as well, you want to find influencers as well that are also in the country you're trying to promote to, right? So obviously United States, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, UK are the general ones. So you can see that this one isn't a huge channel, but she's had a viral video. If we have a look, and that was 4 years ago. So if we have a look at this lady, is just an example, you can see you can try and find her socials. She's running probably a Shopify store. If I had to have a look, so this is where I always have a look and see. As a guess, it's probably a Shopify store, which it is, a very basic Shopify store, selling items you've seen many times. So she is trying to monetize her channel. Good for her. And so you can see that she hasn't posted in a long time. We're talking years ago. And so if we look at shorts, so this again is not a great influencer, but I'll subscribe because it's in the niche that I'm after, okay? So this is where it is going to take a while. And I start then using these side ones as well to find other channels. Now, this one, as I said, is such a huge industry. Let's just, I believe this so too large. Okay, so we're going to have to probably start best parenting bowls because this is such a large industry. I'm going to start having a look into various ones that's narrowing it down. So see how we've got now videos that don't have as many views. Okay, baby bowls. That's a bad one. Okay, so you can see here, look at this. So this is much better. And I don't know if he's just promoting a product or so. You can see this is not the channel that we're sort of after here, okay? So depending on the niche, it can definitely take a while, but you can also start to see how I'm starting to see videos that are related to that. And you can see that the more I subscribe, the more it will just keep feeding me. So I know it takes a while, but if we have a look here at this lady, right? Never seen this one. Again, I don't know why my YouTube, yes, I have, pardon me, that was one. So we can see that YouTube will just keep recommending me. Here we go. Especially to share your talents with the world. Women, I don't think that's the right channel we're after. But you can start to see, like all of our YouTubes, I'm starting to build it up. So I'll spend, that's why I'm just doing this ad lib, right? This is not the perfect strategy, but it's a very manual, but it builds up long term, that we can start to find these channels, okay? Okay, so if I have a look that's custom embroidery. That's not another good one. So you can see that this one is a bit of a challenging one. However, you can see 3 years ago, 1 year ago, if we have a look here, you also start to pick up on the channels that you want to find channels that are by people, not just like usually some brand looking thing, okay? More a brand channel. You want to find ones that are more recent. And this is where as well you could start to use recently uploaded. So if you're starting to struggle like what I am a bit at the moment, you start to use more recently uploaded best baby bowls, parenting tips. All right. Recently uploaded. So then we're starting to see as well, okay, so see how we're starting to get these videos that are a lot more relevant to now, and we're sort of seeing that, okay? Bad doctors, yeah. So we're still trying to find parenting tips. All right. So this person just promotes, by the looks of it, a lot of different, has a podcast style. And you can see 5 days ago that this is not really the type of channel we're after as well. Okay, just sort of a general overview of a channel. You can see that actually in this industry, now that I'm starting to have a closer look, shorts works really well. Okay, it seems that a lot of people are using shorts, and it makes a lot of sense because it's probably a lot of parents. Okay, so let's have a look at this one. All right, so not many, a lot of videos, subscribe, and you can see not many views. So not the best one, but I would reach out because what you do is you learn, and you can see that they've posted not long ago. Someone like this is not really a great influencer either, because they're clearly just making a lot of content on a general basis. Okay, so you sort of see what I'm getting at though. Okay, so you're going to have to use a number of keywords, and that's why at times you use the keyword planner. But as you start building it out, you will find that you'll find influencers quite simply. Okay, and because YouTube is incentivized to always show you content, like all social media platforms that you're engaging the most with, then you sort of go from there. Okay, so let's have a look at this one. This one doesn't have a huge amount of views. That parenting tips, I have a quick look at his channel. Again, you know, it's on a more general basis. It's not really talking just about parenting. How about baby vlog? Okay, these get a huge amount of views, so it's probably, you know, you can see here, baby clothes haul. Yeah, so you can see this is a huge influencer. So you can see how easy it is to find influencers, but this would probably be out of most people's budget. This lady is more focused on beauty and cosmetics. So if this was the beauty and cosmetics, this would be fantastic. And just to sort of show you, while we're looking for baby stuff, 26,000 views, 2.7 likes, K likes. So see how it's pretty much just over. And what I do is I subscribe. And then you can see that a lot of them, they make all their commission via like Amazon commissions. And you reach out and you try and get them, okay? And you can see tons and tons and tons of comments from people that are highly engaged. So this is a great influencer. She'd probably be too expensive, but you sort of get my point. So you want to try and find more micro influencers, and you will, but the key is to sort of keep looking at it, right? So if I have a look at this guy, too big of an influencer, okay? But if I now go back, I'll see my YouTube channel probably start to recommend some other things. Here we go. Well, that one's, again, because it's just such a large niche, that's where it's really hard. You have to start narrowing down keywords. So because I didn't specifically, I went with a very broad one, I would actually go with a very specific keyword. So baby parenting best products, okay? Because it's such a broad one, you'll see that like even this, the best, and you can see though this is a bad one, right? 6.3k views, no comments, and you get my point, okay? So this will take you a while. Now, why, as I said, do I recommend this over other quicker, more simple methods? It's because less people are doing it, okay? And you will find these amazing influencers are so very easy to work with, so very easy to work with. and you just got to keep pushing through it. Like I've even watched this lady, for example, all right, and she's got a large YouTube following, and you can see again she's trying to promote to other mums, because that's what it is, right? In the baby space, it's all referring products that they like, and mums buy other products that other mums like, right? And they trust them, and that's sort of how it is. So if I go home again, I will see that, and this channel will keep evolving more to, you can see how it's changing and pivoting more to, cosmetics, mums and stuff. And I, at this point, will just start scrolling and scrolling. And you'll see that the more I do it, the less I'll see of these, because I've subscribed to a few of those over time. And I'll just see more parenting and so on videos. Add them to your database and you keep repeating that role, okay? I've gone in with this completely blank slate intentionally to sort of show you so you can understand. You can see how easy that is, and you just keep building on it. That's the power of YouTube. Now, other little tips as well, as I said, recently uploaded. I also go filters, because you'll start subscribing to a heap of channels. I filter by channel. Okay, and using a tool like vidIQ, you can see the volume and the overall score is pretty high. Okay, the competition is quite low for this type of keyword. So you can see heaps of channels here as well. And so it saves a lot of time, but I'd probably change this because I'm trying to look for channels. Okay, so here we go, parent pacifier. All right. And here we go. So this is an example of a channel that's done well, but hasn't posted in some time. Okay, so you get my point. I'd still subscribe to them because I'm going to find eventually the channels I'm after. If you had a huge budget, these channels would not be a problem at all. Okay, but I'm trying to more help you with micro influencers. Okay, so that's sort of where I sort of would work from this. And because we know that the baby niche is huge, and especially just looking at YouTube, the key things that I wanted to show you is that the difference is YouTube obviously being basically the video platform for Google. All of this will show in Google. It automatically indexes through Google. So when people search for different things, a lot of people look at the videos tab or the videos that come up straight away. Okay, so what you're getting the benefit of is you're getting SEO, and SEO is the best form of marketing in terms of organic. When influencer is, I'm defining a sort of more generally a paid one, but when it comes to SEO, this is where it works quite well. And the more influencers that you work with and have your links in description and stuff, the more referrals you'll just get, because people click these links, right? There's a reason that huge channels just consistently make so much money and so many views, because their video is there forever, and a video they made 3 years ago is still generating them some revenue because people will still watch it. You might not think people do, but they still do. If we have a look here, this is last 28 days. Well, this one has really not had much engagement in that at all. So you can see view per hour, it's too low. Okay, so they've dropped off a lot because this is quite a lot old, but a lot of channels you'll still find a lot of views per hour. And that's how you can sort of define if it's a good channel and stuff as well, just using a couple of free tools. All right, so I hope this has helped. Okay, if you have questions, don't hesitate to ask below. I know this is a bit of a longer one. If you want templates on with the contracts and the influencer stuff, just let me know and I'll teach you how to do that too. The good thing with both of these is they work for any platform. Okay, so I should be clear as well that the templates, they work for any platform. I can also provide the templates of how you reach out and the tools that I use as well. Very, very simple stuff. Pretty much free. As I said, it takes a little bit of time up front, but that's the whole point, because I'm trying to, we're trying to build a long-term consistent established business. So I hope this has been helpful. If you did like today's video, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment any questions you have below. Thank you and goodbye.